Now, regarding the goal, regarding the desideratum, it is the final. But what should be the path? What should be the mode of approach? How to do? How to come in his close contact? How to be one with him? How to be unified with him? Some people say that no one doing good work, you will be coming in his contact, you will be one with him. Let us see what is work. That is, follow the path of action and faculty, and you will be one with him. What is action? What is action and faculty? Action means change of place. The monster is here, it is here. There has been change of place. So I have done some action. The action means change of place. Now in physical stratum, we are always engaged in actional faculties, in change of place. We are moving, we are loving, we are eating, we are laughing. We do so many things, all are actions. But by dint upon actional faculty, how can one come in its contact? And there is another thing, action may lead you towards the goal, towards the universal self, and action may drift you away from the universal self. There may be bad actions. So by dint of actional faculty, one may or may not reach the destination. So in case of actional faculty, one may or one may not reach the goal. Some people say, by dint of knowledge, spiritual knowledge, one will attain salvation, one will reach the goal. Now let us see what is knowledge. The word knowledge is a very old word, about 15,000 years old word is jnanam, Sanskrit word, old Sanskrit word, about 15,000 years old, jnanam. From jnanam, it became jnano in old Latin. From jnano, it has become no in modern English. Although K is silent, mute, still the K is there because the root word is Keno, K-E-N-O, K-E-N-O-W. What is jnana? What is knowledge? Knowledge is subjectivization of external objectivity. You are in front of an elephant. When you subjectivize that elephant through extra-internal projection, that is when that elephant becomes an internal object by extra-internal projection, and you have subjectivized that elephant. So we will say you have known the elephant. This process of subjectivization may be extra-internal and may be pure internal. When it is pure internal, then it is proper spiritual knowledge. But this phase of pure internal is the second phase. First phase is extra-internal. In this sphere of knowledge, there can be degradation, because in the first phase, when it is extra-internal, that external object may or may not be good. It may lead you towards crude world of good enjoyment, and in that case there will be degradation. He will go below the standard of humanity. So in case of knowledge or faculty of subjectivization, the result may or may not be in your favor. The result may or may not be of spiritual order. Now there remains the third course. It is the course of devotion. What is devotion? Devotion is withdrawing all your propensities from all external objects and also from all psychic objects or psychic pebula, and hold that collective propensity unto the Supreme Universal I. O Supreme Entity, O Paramapurusha, I love nothing, I love you. And why do I love you? In the first phase, the spiritual aspirant, the spiritual devotee will say, O Lord, I love you. Why? Because by loving you, I get pleasure. And for nothing else, I want nothing from you. I want nothing from you. I want you. I don't want anything from you. Because if I want something else from you, that something will be something external, something of objective world, and everything of objective world is finite, and that finite object or those finite objects cannot give me pleasure of permanent nature. But O Supreme Entity, O Paramapurusha, you are infinite. You are of infinite attributions and qualifications. So if I get you, I'll get infinite pleasure from you. That's why you are my goal and not the objects that I expect or expected from you in the past. It is the first phase of devotion. But in the final phase of devotion, I love you not because I get pleasure by loving you. I love you because I want that you should get pleasure by my love. That is, my love is just to give you pleasure, not to give me pleasure. In order to give you pleasure, I love you. I want nothing. And I don't want you. I want that I should be yours. I don't want you. I want that I should be yours. This is the final phase of devotion. And this is the final word of bhakti or devotion. So the path of spirituality is very simple. It is not at all complicated. Your goal is the Supreme I, the Supreme Universal I, the Supreme Creator. I said just now, for whom in ordinary language we use the word God, the Supreme Entity, the Supreme Generator, Operator and Destroyer. For generation you use G, for operator you use O, and for destruction, destroyer you use D-G-O-D. He is the goal, and nothing else in this universe can be your goal or desideratum. In devotion, there is no scope or because in devotion, finally you want to surrender yourself. Finally you want that, oh Lord, I love you just to give you pleasure, and oh Lord, I don't want you. You just take me as yours. One must follow the path of yogi, and one must accept that universal entity as one supreme. There is no other alternative. As the universal I is the supreme creator, supreme generator, so everything in this universe is his progeny and he is the progenitor. He is the supreme father. You have got family relation with that supreme entity and not a relationship of external formality. He is yours, and you should also remember that nothing is external for him. Everything is within, nothing is without. So you have been created by him and you are in him, and finally, and because he is your supreme goal, so finally you will be with him, you will be one with him. For this you require no special education, no knowledge in philosophy, and no other external attributions. Supreme love for the supreme universal entity will make you one